Of course, King Fargo sound is in the building. Now, here's how we're going to do this whole Rumble situation. Each and every week, we're going to have special sounds who are going to be on that, I was about to say the world-class stage, but let me not get ahead of myself, right? The sound systems who are going to be on the U.S. Rumble stage, competing to be on the world-class stage, right? Each week, we're going to, bring them in. We got about 4 weeks left before the big U.S. Rumble that's going to be taking place in Club Amazura. Now, I can't express enough why this Rumble is so important and significant. It's not only because it's Irish and Chin endorsed. It's not only because we have some new talent that we're putting on the stage. And when I say new talent, I don't mean new talent like them just start them thing yesterday. I'm speaking new talent when we're looking at the platform that we're putting them on. They're new to this type of platform, right? But they are talented. 7 sounds hailing from all over the U.S. But here is why this event becomes of great significance. This event will allow the industry to just figure out where we are. Everyone has their own theory. Clash I run the place, Clash now run the place, Clash kinda I run the place, right? The thing not gone past Mataran and Links and so forth, and some people, theory would be, listen, at the young sound them time now, Mataran and Trooper and Panther and all of these other superstars, they got their run and people want to hear from the young sounds. So these are theories that, shoot back and forth in the dance hall. And no one has ever kind of put this theory to the test to see which theory is actually the truth. October the 10th inside Club Amazura. Here's what we're able to tell. If we go to Club Amazura with these young talents who are the heirs to the throne, and when I say heirs to the throne, I mean the Sound Clash throne, the World Clash throne, the international stage throne. These are the young sounds who are the heirs to those, to those positions. If Amazura is healthy, and we're not going to use the word RAM, because Amazura holds about maybe 3,000, 3,200 people. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to use the word RAM, right? But if Amazura is healthy, meaning that there is a good attendance, what it means is that the industry has finally said it's time to give the young sounds a break. It's time to pass the torch on to the next generation. We're not going to wait for Mataran no more. We're not going to wait for Links no more. We're not going to wait for Stone Love no more. We want to hear some fresh and vibrant talent. Now, if Amazura is not healthy, what it means is that the dancehall generation is still waiting for the rise again of a Tony Mataran, the rise again of a Stone Love, the rise again of some of the sound systems that we've been listening to for about 50 years now in the dancehall. So it's a true test of the passing of the torch. Will you, the dancehall fans, be ready to accept the new and young and vibrant sounds and talents coming to the stage? Or will you still wait to see the, rebirth of Tony Mataran, the rebirth of Fire Links, the rebirth of, many of those, legendary sounds and Skyjuice and so forth. And no disrespect to them, because some of them would have said, rebirth, what do you mean rebirth? We're still run the place. The problem is that you guys been running the place too long. 718-554-8598 is the number in studio. Of course, King Fargo's in the building, and we're going to be talking to some of the other competitors on the phone. My friends are in the building. Mm-hmm. And when I say friends, we're talking sound friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to use the word friend too strongly. Mm. And then the people who are listening say, oh, she not boosting friend there for radio. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. So, big up to King Fargo song. 4-man army's in the building with me today, so we're going to have a lot to talk about. I hope you guys are going to hang out for the whole show. Is that true? You guys going to hang out for the whole show so we can get you involved in some conversations as well as some sound class stuff?
What I understand with Fargo is that Fargo walking in the building, dressed regular, but I promote this war chef thing like he's supposed to walk in with him chopper.
No man, the chopper's on stage, not off stage.
No, but if I'm a preacher, I'm supposed to be in action at all time. You know what I mean?
Known to the world as the
suppose broken silence walking in that building right now and say, yo, war chef, what you dealing with? And then wow,
it's the chopper not there. Welcome to the studios, man. I think it's you guys' first time. I know Fargo's been here with Octave, but I don't think you guys have ever been here as a sound. Right? So introduce yourselves to the people who are listening.
Selector Hazardous in the building.
Hazardous.
Yeah.
AKA
Hazzy.
Crisscross.
Crisscross is also in the building.
Cancer, you know, say a war with sponsor. King Fargo there, right?
Cancer's in the building.
Yeah.
And also Fargo himself is also in the building.
Yeah, man, the war chef there. You see it?
It's going to be a very interesting U.S. Rumble. Right? And let me say that to say the least. Those of you who miss Rumble weekends, you guys, you guys missed a lot. Now, here's what I'm going to say before we kick off today's show. I got a really good topics. But before we kick off today's show, my love for put the sound up on the spot. I don't like the thing for look too friendly and stuff. I was disappointed with some of the Rumble shows this weekend on Soundchat Radio.
Some chin?
I was disappointed.
Or your opinion?
And yes, this is my opinion.
With enough of them.
I was really disappointed with because here's the thing. Rumble weekends, people, happens on Fridays and Saturdays.
Right.
For the whole 4 weeks up until the Rumble takes place.
Right.
And Rumble Fridays and Saturdays, Rumble weekends, is just for all of the sound systems to display their talent.
Then
sell the product. Right. Sell the product to get you guys to believe into them. So when you walk in the Amazura, at least just say, I'm there for Fargo. I'm there for Broken Silence. I'm there for Next Level. Whoever it is that you're cheering for, I'm there for Black Hustler, whatever it is. So it's the time for you to gather some fans. Now, of course, this conversation is not geared at King Fargo. It's just geared at the whole Rumble weekends. I listened to some of them, my man said, I don't know. So people, those of you who are part of the Rumble weekends, go look a bit harder next week. Because next week we are going to start call out some names. Yeah, this week we are giving our courtesy and just say, on the need for go hard.
Maybe it's an introduction week.
Yeah. See? Right. But it coming like a clash. You get the first intro round, and you're not getting no elimination.
But intro round, you have to sell yourself to me. People say, yo, I want to say my second round, And Chen, I'm telling you, I listen to the whole Rumble weekend and I say, yo,
yeah, man,
what the money I do?
Yeah, man.
Like, what am I do? Like, if you're supposed to sell yourself to people who say never see a song before, never heard a song before, and there's a platform where you're supposed to say, yo, may I show the people who have, may I try gain fans come listen to me. Yo, shoot, man.
Wasn't a good look.
A shoot.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look. Mira says someone said him a save tune. But why would you save tune when you're trying to sell your actual, I don't know. Sure. Anyway, King Fargo's in the building, man. We got a whole lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Rumble. So let's talk about a little sound clash. I'm gonna work it out. What does King Fargo have in store for that US Rumble stage, which will be the world-class stage months after? What are we expecting from the King Fargo sound system as far as the US Rumble? What's the approach without letting too much out of the bag? If I was someone who's never heard King Fargo play, how would you sell this whole King Fargo movement?
Right now, the sound is on a warpath. And for those of you that are not keeping up to time with the whole Sound Clash arena, that may or may not have known, in the last year, we've entered about 5 clashes. 6. Win 5. We got 4 cups right now. And anything that's in our path, we're looking to just get out of the way.
So the stats right now is 6 clashes.
Yeah.
5 wins.
5 victories, 4 cups.
4 cups, which means that one of the victories didn't come with a cup.
Right.
Right? Talk to me about the struggle that young sounds face to get to a platform where they can be globally recognized, because you guys must have somewhat of an opinion about that.
Yeah, of course. The way how I see it is basically like the ad says, you got to kind of war your way up and go up the ranks. And a lot of times when you run into a situation where you have to face the so-called dinosaurs in the industry, they look at you like, oh, who that man here? And they don't want to take certain dates with a younger son because they don't really kind of gain anything from it. You understand what I'm saying? And most of the time you find the songs that are in a situation like that, they don't really have the same kind of drive and hunger for the industry like one time. They've been there, they've done that. Whereas us now with the young songs, we're trying to fight and battle our way to get to the situation that they're in. Right? So they feel like, okay, we don't really owe these guys anything, but it's not a situation like that. They feel like it's really the industry that's hurting, not really us per se. Because we could still continue fighting in our arena, pushing ourselves and getting ourselves to the situation where we could get to World Clash as a situation that we're in now.
Right.
Right? But then what the older and the bigger, more established sound supposed to look at it as, Jano, the industry need these youths that's fighting and coming up. And that's a big, struggle that we have to go through and deal with on a regular basis.
Fargo, do you feel that the older sounds are somewhat feeling like they don't need the younger sounds, or the industry doesn't need the younger sounds anymore?
Well, most of the older sound, them, as they say, them afraid to take clash with the younger sounds. Because them feel like if them lose to the younger sound, them are going to look bad. And the young sound, them right now, them are chop hard. You understand? And the industry need new blood, definitely. You understand? So we are the new blood.
What's the struggle like? What's the struggle like for young sounds?
It's rough, because a whole heap of local tournament and them local thing that we play for free. We do every local thing for fight the battle. All when the big sound them now play and say, yo, you know what? Clash dead, are we there out there? In the streets like the White Line are do a thing. And at the local tournament, them at the local cribs and the local corner them and bring back the clash thing.
And when you say we, you're not speaking of Fargo alone. You're speaking of all of the young sounds.
Whole heap of young sound out there will do it, and now we alone. You understand? Enough of them depend the rumble to say you have to big up the whole of them same way.
What do you guys think it would take for this switch? And when I say switch, meaning that for the industry, or not even the industry, for the fans that support the sound system industry to start supporting the younger generation of sound?
Well, Chin, October 10th are the first step. This is the first big step for the switch over. It either break it yasa, either make it yasa, you break it yasa. A yasa the barrier. The 10th of October is the barrier. As you say, either them want back the old dinosaur them, or the young blood them are going to run with the thing. October 10th, I just say everything I got to decide. Because, as you say, even if the place have 5,000 people, if the performance them is not up to standard, it might as well be just 10 people in the venue.
For many of these sound systems that are competing, I should say for all of these sound systems that are competing, this would probably be their highest stage in their career, the US Rumble. And the US Rumble, I'm not saying that it's their hardest competition, because for some maybe it won't be the hardest competition, but it will be the highest stage because there's so much at stake. You win, you go to World Clash, you go to UK Cup Clash, which is two huge international stages. At both events, you are going to face off with the gladiators of the industry, right? And what's so great about US Rumble is that the bigger sounds can't run from you, because the bigger sounds are already locked into the World Clashes and they're locked into the UK Cup Clashes. So you winning that title means that they have to face you.
Yeah, them just have to stand up and take kick now. Them get cornered.
But at the same time, you have to be able to face them.
True.
Musically, performance-wise, speech-wise, and everything-wise, right? October the 10th, inside Club Amazura. We're talking about the US Rumble. We're going to be talking with some of the contenders. King Fargo's in the building. Did you guys bring any songs?
Yeah.
You bring so later on we're going to squeeze in some songs as well.
Oh, give me the yard to rat it to bun the evil man. Must be the conquering lion. On the floor of San Fargo, live a Zion. Them one. Oh, Lord, yes, alright, yeah. King Fargo.
Say it again, some song boy sound does Nanga, watch ya, jump on sound boy. You better tap your tough trap before King Fargo. Have to fool you up a shot, lock off your sound boy. Nobody play another trap. Right where you stand up, that are your burial spot. Oh gosh, sound clash business set away.
US Rumble is a chance for us to gauge the industry, and I'm not gonna stop saying this is because it's really what I believe, right? If the US Rumble is healthy, and when I say healthy, it means that the attendance is not Ram, because we're not expecting to be Ram. World Clash Rams Amazura, right? But if the attendance is healthy, it means that dancehall fans and Clash fans are now at a point where they're willing to see the passing of the torch. They're willing not just to say, yeah, if Bass Addison not there they are, Mataran not there they are, Jaru not there they are, me not interested. It means that dancehall fans are now becoming a little open for new talent coming to the industry. So we can use it as the ultimate measuring stick. Now, if it goes the other way and the attendance is not healthy, then we can also say that, well, the business is still with the majors, the Bass Addisons, the the fire lynxes and so forth. You know what I mean? So I think that other than it being, you know, the road to world clash, it can be used as a measuring stick for young sound systems in the US right now, and what the patrons will believe in and not believe in at this point in time. Because one of the major problems that we are having in the industry is the fact that the patrons, which we haven't really spoken about throughout this whole conversation, we need the patrons to buy into the talent. Patrons don't buy into the talent, it's a problem. And so far, we haven't been seeing the patrons buy into the talent in a large magnitude. We see some of the dance them, and we see a couple hundred people come out and the youth them do them thing. And no disrespect to those dances, but in order for us to say that there is a new sound system culture, we can see this thing going on for the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. We got to start seeing young sound systems spring up. We got to see the next Mataran spring up. Caller, you're live.
Yo, Chin.
Yo, sir.
You're famous. Love people.
Love
you
people.
know.
Love People, of course. Those of you who are not familiar, Love People is a sound system that's going to be representing Virginia in the US Rumble on October the 10th. Bass Odyssey's in the building. King Fargo's in the building. Go ahead.
Yo, first you want, you need to pick up yourself, yeah?
Yep.
So you know. That one, the opening, managed to make star million, and lady and left, and still have a one bag of money in the studio with him. I want one. The one on the side, one in front, and you, Jeremy look like you want to turn up there, and I want one. You want to Fargo now, man. So.
Lady Anna and Sister Charmaine is still in the studio. I guess they didn't choose to be involved in the conversation. But
yeah, but one them put Jack closer, man. One bag of man carrying around there.
Yeah, if you notice, my close mark can look like a football me I play now, so I don't know how you see.
let's talk about the significance of the sound system industry and the young sounds.
Well, never call my son young a day in my life, because when you start playing, your son you start moving, it never young. He was just young and brand and lame.
Okay.
So, I'm not call it, I'm not take that title, but at the same time, I am a realist and I'm realistic. I know some of the reach, know that the business here. So, I can really appreciate the opportunity. That's why I feel
Why should people come out and support you at the US Rumble?
Well, Chin, right now in the business, like the one thing Fargo told me, I agree with him. That this is the barrier right now, this is the line. And people are going to find out who can cross the line into a next division. You know, you're like a football league. You see that? You're going to find out who. And that's the team of work. When you put a lineup, they only see two souls on the lineup were killed one of, I wouldn't say legendary, but a legacy sound. You know, so I love people are the only two souls on the lineup were killed a song like Poison Heart.
So I'm going to kill Poison Heart from the year start.
But kill nobody significant.
Eh? How would you kill from the year start? Na Poison Heart too?
Never kill a Poison Heart, man.
How would you kill?
Would you say that?
I hear a dance too.
Would you say that the sound systems that are on the Rumble are in the same, in the same weight division? Do you feel like there is a sound that didn't really make the cut, them shouldn't did it? Don't be afraid to answer the question.
I mean, I said, don't be afraid. You're mad. You're blocking silence and be pandit. You're black hustler. The old boy there, the Nepal director, all in the fire service, and what they feel over on the stage, you know, that more everything.
It's going to be a Zuva inside Club Amazura on October the 10th.
Sound guided in on the dance tonight. There's love people.
Gary, talk to me about Love People Sound. Right. How long in existence?
Long time, since 1989. Why not keep me up to be?
1989. When was the first dub play cut? Was it cut the same year?
Yeah, 1989. Well, let me play music from 86, but dub not start cut to 89, and box must start built to 89.
What can we expect? What can we expect inside the US Rumble Road to World Clash?
Well, you can expect entertainment because your war is not going to be a regular hardcore tune you want and just war it out. You have to go entertain the people because not the normal everyday clash band is going to be at this war. You can expect a few entertaining factors where you can expect to see in war. You can expect some different songs where you don't hear everyday run of the mill someone just play them. You can expect a variety of things from love it. But that's fact, I'm going to give you these people. Now give you one secret. Every round that love people play for this war will have a theme to the round. Will have a theme to the round.
Wow.
To bring some entertainment. So basically, we're not just shooting from the head and try come somewhere next month and follow everybody in a player. You know what I mean? We have to do the own thing. So I'm doing that. We don't figure it out all of the while, but every round will have a theme to the round.
Wow. So every round there will be a theme for as long as you last in the clash, that is.
Yes. Maybe I'm put me enough. Because Father doesn't get it too long with you already, you know. Or as long as me last. Don't play me enough.
Well, we got to put that out there. Big up to everybody who's tuned in all over the world. Of course, we're speaking US Rumble. We got a special guest in the studio. You know, the managers, owners of Bass Odyssey in here. We are speaking about a lot of things. So just follow the conversation. Today is one of those unorthodox shows, man. US Rumble is something that, again, is going to separate the best from the best of the best. So however you guys want to determine it. It is one of those clashes that people are saying to me is a little bit too premature to be inside Club Amazura. Many people are saying that, boy, Chin, good clash, venue too big, world clash venue, them sound there, no make it there so yet. What do you feel about that, Gary?
Well, if not now, when? If not now, when? You see what I'm saying? We cannot just keep saying and waiting and waiting. It's like you pull up underneath a mango tree. You ever pick a mango and stuff when I always all the way right place, I have to wrap it in some paper bag and hide it in one dark place, and then a day or two later you come set it and it right. Sometimes you have to have the foresight there and say, yo, look it not good. You have to fix it now. But it's not going to win.
So the time is now. Gary Famous is on the phone from Love People Sound.
Love People Sound, Romy Fargo represent every time I see Gary Famous. I'm not Sean Ninja. I'm not Killer Todd. Fire Ninja, Pila, Big Mac, Ace, Easy. Now hear this. No fear not one of them. Love people, no fear no